Hey everyone, I just wanted to do a quick video and share some thoughts about masks. I might get into vaccines a little, but I'm gonna probably do another video on that. So I'm vaccinated. My mom is sick with she's on hospice, and so me and her both got vaccinated because um, I was very conflicted about getting the vaccine because I wasn't certain about it, and I ended up having a pretty gnarly reaction to the vaccine. And my mom, she was fine with the vaccine when she got it. But after so far, I've been feeling good. Nothing negative has come about it. But I wanted to get the vaccine so that I could protect my mom from any virus, and also like if I was potentially to end up in a hospital, I was just trying to mitigate that circumstance. I know that some of my brothers and sisters, when I told them I got the vaccine, they weren't like judging me, but they were kind of like, oh, you know, they didn't like the vaccine, which I can understand, and other people were like, oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad you got the vaccine. So both people, I am not a heavy anti-vaxxer, but I can certainly understand people's opinions on both sides not getting vaccines, and I think it is totally up to the individual whether they get a vaccine or not. The government should not be forcing people to get vaccines, especially like when they're so early on and there's so much unknown about them. But that's just my opinion on that. So, anyways, um, another thing is about masks. So, masks I have stronger feelings on. I just don't like going around and seeing people cover up their face. Having like their whole face covered up and then wearing sunglasses. They look like the Unabomber out there. And I I think it's just when you look around at society and you're seeing so many people. Today I was in the city, and it's the middle of July, 2021, and I haven't been seeing like a ton of people wearing masks, but for some reason today when I went into the city, I saw a ton of people wearing masks, and so I actually asked somebody. I was like, hey, I have a weird question for you. Have you seen? There's all these people wearing masks. Has there been anything going on in the news that's like people are more afraid all of a sudden of the of the the virus? Sorry, there's a thunderstorm going on outside, so it's kind of cool and it might distract me. Oh, there's some thunder. So, anyways, yeah. So like my deal with the masks is like I'm going on a trip here soon and flying on an airline, and they require you to wear masks on the airline. Um, for the entire duration of the flight, and I'm bringing my mom who's disabled, and she's mentally handicapped as well. So I'm just like kind of thinking to myself, what's gonna happen with her on this flight when when what if she uh, wants to take the mask off and like won't keeps pulling it down? Are they gonna like come up and start like harassing her and oh, that's a loud thunder. Are they gonna come up and start harassing her? Are they gonna start harassing me? Personally, like if I was flying on my own, um, my mom, we're taking my mom out to visit her family, so she can visit. Uh, Her mom is elderly, and she can't come out to visit my mom because of the elevation we live at. And so we're getting my mom out to visit her family, and she's on hospice, so it's a super important trip that we're making. And so, I'm gonna swallow my pride and just put a mask on and fly the flight. But I really think that it's so wrong for airlines to force people to wear masks, to force people to put something on their face for hours and hours at a time. And it's so wrong for the government to be doing that. That doesn't even sound like America. And now they're trying to force mask mandates for children, and it's just evil. It's just evil. It's like making the bottom half of your face illegal. That is just foolishness. It's scary. It's scary showing where we are in our times. And I actually have a story about masks. So I don't want to disclose information about the place that I was at when this happened, but basically, like when I got vaccinated and I was fully immunized, I told myself I was not going to wear a mask anymore. I'm done. And I've gone back on that a couple times. I've been kind of pressured into wearing masks, and so this place that I go frequently, they require masks, and so I went without a mask, knowing what would happen, and it happened, and I got treated really poorly, really like bullied by a crowd of people for not wearing a mask, and I was like, "Hey, I'm immunized. I'm fully vaccinated. This is the reason why I got vaccinated, so I wouldn't have to, obey these edicts anymore." And these people were like, "Well, you still don't know if you have the virus. Like, put a freaking mask on." And just like the way people have bought into this system of thought, this system of oppression about COVID. It's like their religion, man. I don't know. It's like they're so driven by fear, and they think that like I'm all for it. Like, wear a mask if that's what you want to do. I'm not going to come and harass you because you're wearing a mask, but hey, like, you shouldn't be telling other people to wear masks, and if you're a business, you shouldn't be forcing people to wear masks on your property. That's you're playing right into the system of tyranny, and I think that is just foolishness. So, anyways, those are my thoughts on masks, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. I think that it's a sign of things to come when we start forcing people to wear masks and people just comply, like they want to wear masks. I see people walking by themselves outside wearing masks. Um, and you know that, and I think some of these people, like I don't want to hate on anybody who has these masks because they're cool. Like, I love the slogan "Do Good," but it's almost like when I see that mask that says "Do Good" on it, like, are you trying to make a statement that like you're doing good by wearing a mask, and that everybody who doesn't wear a mask therefore is like on the side of bad, they're doing bad? Like, when I see masks like that, I kind of read that, um, I read it in that way. And I see like these LGBTQ shirts that I saw a shirt today that said "We are all human," and it had the rainbow, so it was LGBTQ um, shirt, and I'm just like, what does that mean? Like, are you saying that somebody's calling, like, dehumanizing you? Somebody is, because if that's happening, that's a serious issue. But what's it really saying? Is it the Christian who's dehumanizing you? Are Christians telling you like that you're not an actual human being because you have a different um, I'm going to talk about LGBTQ in another video probably. But anyways, um, like, that's not what Christians think. Even if we disagree, like, with the LGBTQ belief system, that doesn't mean we're dehumanizing you because we disagree with you. We're not. And so when I see things like that, I sometimes read into the subtext. Maybe I do that a little bit too much. But yeah, just seeing people walk around outside, sometimes hiking, with masks on their face, and it's like, it makes me sad. Not like I'm making fun of these people, like, oh, look at that person with a mask on their face. Like, it just makes me sad. I don't know what's going on in their head and in their heart. That um, I don't know if they're afraid. I don't know if they um, what's happening, but I love them and want them to know the truth. But I think that it's a scary place for society when we just start forcing people to wear articles of clothing on their face. Um, but anyways, I know some people disagree, um, and that's okay. This is America, and at least for now, we can disagree on things, shake hands, and walk away from each other. I don't know how much longer it's going to be that way, but anyways, God bless, peace and blessings. Like, subscribe, share the video if you find it helpful. and I'll see you in the next installment.